Hey, it's Maryam. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to cover under eye dark circles. Dark circles happens because lack of sleep. Sometimes it's genetic and we're born with it. Today, I wanted to show you how to cover those dark under eyes, whatever the reason might be. I am starting to have dryness under my eyes, and I have a little bit of issue with creasing and under eye wrinkles. And so I wanted to talk about some of the products that are really helpful with covering dark circles and helping with dryness under the eyes. If the under eye circle is very dark, you want to add color correction before you put on your concealer. Light salmon if you have light skin, medium salmon color if you have medium skin tone, and orange if you have darker skin. Now I have used orange too, and I will show you if you have something that's a little bit too orange, but you have medium skin tone, you can use it. You just have to be very light-handed and blend very well. Before we get started, I wanted to say if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it to get notified every time I upload a new video. I'm gonna show you a couple of examples of products I'm talking about. First is I'm gonna talk about this affordable palette, which is by NYX. This is a color correcting palette. It has all these other colors, which I'm not gonna go into because these are not colors to color correct under eye circles. What you wanna use is something like this, a salmon-y color, this is for a light to medium skin tone. I believe they have another palette that is for deeper skin tone. So this is a swatch of that color corrector from NYX. So you see how there's like a little bit of salmon-y undertone. This salmon color cancels out the greenness and the blueness under the eyes, and that's how you are able to cover up the under eye circle. Another one that I really like, and this is by Becca. This is a brightening corrector. I'm gonna swatch this one too so you can see side by side. It is almost the same color as the NYX. It is a little bit more bright. It's not as pink. If you have normal to dry skin, would be a good option to use. It is a little bit pricey, but a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a whole lot of product to correct under eyes. This one I've had for a while. This is by LA Girl. This one is very orange. I would not recommend this if you have very light skin tone, if you have if you're pale or light or even medium. For me, it's even dark. I'm going to show you how I use this too in case you have super dark under eyes and you really need something to really cover under your eyes. It's only $3-4. LA Girl is very inexpensive. There are other brands that are more high-end, like MAC makes a nice color corrector, which I don't have, but they make an orange one like that in a palette, which is kind of like this one. It's in a palette like this. So these three are the most used concealers that I have. I use these concealers all the time. This one's by NARS. It's the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is by IT Cosmetics. It is their Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Concealer. And this one is the regular Bye Bye Under Eye. I use this even, this is waterproof, and this one is also waterproof. I'm not sure if this is waterproof, but I really like using this one on day-to-day basis. The NARS is my go-to concealer, and I really love it because it's medium coverage. It doesn't crease on me. I haven't had a bad experience with this. It's really lightweight, but it covers really nicely, and I could use this on day-to-day basis. It's a more medium coverage, medium to full coverage. These two are the most coverage. This one, I like using it day-to-day. I mean, these are my go-to for any day, really. I especially like using the illuminating one if I want my under eyes to be more hydrating. This is more, gives you a more dewy finish. So if you have very dry under eyes and you really need something that would look like it's hydrating and bounces off light, this is a great option to have because it's the illuminating kind. The regular one dries down a little bit matte. You do want to set these two for sure because there is a slight creasing that happens if you have deeper under eye wrinkles. Like I get most of my creasing right in here, these two lines here that I have. This one, I have a few laugh lines here that when I smile, it doesn't cause me a lot of problems there, but it does get a little bit creased under the eye, immediately under the eye right here where I have the two deepest wrinkles. But if you set it, you're fine. And if you do get a little bit of creasing, I mean, you can just tap your fingers like this, your ring fingers under your eyes, and it will be gone and it'll be smoothed out again. Most of the times, I am okay with just concealer. But there are times where I haven't had much sleep, or there are those days where I really need an extra coverage correcting under my eyes, and I do use these products if I do need them. Otherwise, I just use my It Cosmetics one, and I'll show you this illuminating one is actually a little bit salmon. So if you do have kind of darker, a little bit darkening under your eyes, it does color correct. As you can see, it's a little bit salmon. It's not very yellow. It has a hint of salmon. It's like in between. So, and it's very full coverage. So you can see already my veins are all covered up. So if you don't want to do color correcting and you want to just go straight to concealer and you have dry under eyes, I really do recommend this It Cosmetics one. Both of them actually. On this eye, I'm going to show you how to use something darker. What I do for my under eyes, I just put a dot right there. You don't have to go directly under your eyes. You can put a dot right here and then use a concealer brush and just tap it on there so you don't get a lot of concealer under your eyes, and just kind of place this product where I need it. And where I need it most is usually right here. This is where I get the most discoloration when I'm especially not sleeping enough. I get the most darkening and shadowing in this area. I also have some, I do have some veins on this side of my eye, which is kind of has like a green cast. So I'm gonna tap a little bit of this on there. And for this, you just build up. If you need more, you can always add, but if you put too much and it gets too orange, then it's hard to, then you have to put too much concealer to cover the orangeness of it. And it becomes cakey, it becomes too much under the eyes. So this is all I'm gonna apply to this eye. Then on this eye, I'm going to use the Becca on this eye. So I get another brush like this. I'm gonna get another concealer brush. I've already actually used this product with this, so I'm just gonna use this brush. It's not cleaned yet, but I'm gonna just put a little bit where I really need it. This is, like I said, it's really super creamy. This one dries down, so if you don't want something creamy, the LA Girl really dries down. The Becca stays creamy. So if you are very oily under eyes, I definitely think that you may not like this as much. I'm gonna get this NARS concealer. This is the creamy concealer. This is in shade Custard. It's more yellow. So what I'm gonna do is just put 2 dots here and 2 dots on this side. I'm gonna put a couple of dots right under. I am not putting the concealer right here where I crease the most. I don't want the most product to be deposited under my eyes to avoid any kind of creasing under the eyes. You can get a concealer brush like this. This is by It Cosmetics. I really like using this kind of brush to buff it out. You can also use your damp beauty blender or beauty sponge, whatever you have. So you want to drag this down on your cheek next to your nose like this and kind of buff it outward on your cheeks. This will highlight under your eyes and it'll brighten up under your eyes, and it's just a very nice effect. It's very youthful and it looks really nice. And you won't look like you have a ring around your eyes. It just kind of blends everything nicely into your foundation. Today I wasn't gonna wear foundation, so I'm just gonna go like this with this side of the brush and just kind of buff this out so it kind of blends into my skin, my own skin, and it won't look like I am wearing too much concealer under my eyes. And kind of my skin is coming through. There are some sunspots, and I don't mind that. It looks natural, it looks like my skin, but my under eyes look brighter, it looks better. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Go in the corner of your eyes because this will brighten up the corner of your eyes and makes you look more awake, more youthful. If you do have the darkness right here, then you can put more concealer there. Do apply the concealer wherever you really, really must. If you don't have to apply too much concealer, avoid it because that's the best way to not get cakey under eyes. Now you see how you can see a little bit of orangeness under my eyes? Now I have to take another dot of this concealer and put it right there. I feel like this concealer kind of dried out a little bit while I was talking. So I'm gonna put another dot and kind of buff that out right under. Bring it down like I did with the other eye. And then the same way, I'm gonna buff this out on my cheeks, just kind of blend everything out. I'm actually gonna put a little bit of concealer on my nose too, because I get really red on my nose, but that has nothing to do with this tutorial. I just wanted to put some concealer on my nose. So already you can see, and I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see better how it looks like. I already look more awake. It looks like my under eyes are brightened. You can't really see the darkness under my eyes. You can't see the green vein that I have going through this part of my eye. That is it. This is how I cover my under eye circles with two different products, a little bit darker and a lighter color corrector. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you do need to get recommendation for concealers and under eye powders for dry under eyes, you can check out my video on best under eye concealers. I will link that in the description box below. Leave your comments below. Let me know what other tutorials you'd like to watch and what other things you'd like to learn from my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.